Hello and welcome to another edition of The Schedule. I am your host, Diana Pierson, and I bring you, the boxing fans, the boxing schedule. After last month's 30-plus fight nights, this month I'm going to just have to sing and dance for you to fill this 10-minute show. Although not as active this month with fights, we do have some notable fighters returning. Manny Pacquiao makes his return to the States after his last two fights overseas. It should be an entertaining fight watching him take on Adrien Broner of the PBC. Jaime Munguia kicks off his DAZN contract. Demetrius Andrade is back in the ring. And also, Jorge Linares returns along with some great fight action. Kicking off this month's schedule, we start in Shreveport, Louisiana with Showtime card on January 11th. In the main event, Devin Haney takes on Zulazani Ntangeni in a 10-round lightweight fight. Also on the card, Ruben Villa versus Ruben Cervera and Frank Sanchez Baudet versus Willie Jake Jr. January 13th on a Sunday in Los Angeles, Fox Sports 1 has Jose Usagueti defending his belt against Caleb Plant. Brandon Figueroa takes on Moises Flores, and we will see the return of Guillermo Rigondeaux fighting Giovanni Delgado. Now, it looks like PBC, his new promoter, manager, whatever they say that they are taking it easy on Rigo as he fights a lesser fighter in Delgado. Fans seem to be mixed about his return because of the way that he lost his last fight to Lomachenko. Hello. On the January 18th and 19th fight weekend, we start off with heavyweights Brian Jennings fighting Oscar Rivas on ESPN Plus in Verona, New York. Also on the card, Shakur Stevenson versus Jesse Chris Rosales, Jason Sosa versus Moises Delgadillo. And we stay on the East Coast in DAZN in New York City. Demetrius Andrade defends his WBO middleweight title against Artur Kebab. Jorge Linares is also in action against Pablo Cesar Cano, and Amanda Serrano takes on Eva Boerberger for the vacant WBO Women's Junior Bantamweight title. Also of note, Chris Algieri gets back into the ring really quickly after fighting last month. Definitely beginning to see a pattern in ESPN Plus and DAZN going head-to-head with their fights. I wonder if it's deliberate, one trying to knock off the other. January 19th, we see Manny Pacquiao versus Adrien Broner for Pacquiao's WBA regular welterweight title. The fight will be on Showtime pay-per-view, and they will be fighting at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Also on the pay-per-view telecast, Badou Jack versus Marcus Brown for the vacant WBA interim light heavyweight title. Nordino Bali versus Rau'shee Warren for the vacant WBC bantamweight title. Jack Tapora versus Hugo Ruiz for Tapora's WBA interim featherweight title. It looks like the PBC, who just signed Pacquiao, is looking to make a more entertaining pay-per-view with the fights on the card than we are used to seeing. On the same night across the pond in Denmark, Dina Dorsland fights Alessia Graf for Dorsland's WBO Women's Junior Featherweight title. Also on the card, Jesus Sanchez versus Dennis Kalon in a rematch, and Oliver Flodin versus Abdul Khattab. Hola, hola. January 25th kicks off in Wyndham, New Hampshire. Kimberly Wabi takes on Britton Hart, and Harry Gelati fights Samuel Fargeau. This is a club-level show, so there's no broadcast information on this fight card. The next night, January 26th, DAZN debuts Jaime Munguia as he takes on Takeshi Inoue for Munguia's WBO junior middleweight title. This is the next chapter of Jaime's career as he was being built to be the next big HBO fighter before HBO pulled the plug on boxing. Also fighting Jesus Rojas versus Zhu Khan for Rojas' WBA regular featherweight title. And moving to New York City, Keith Thurman makes his return against Josecito Lopez in a 12-round WBA welterweight title on Fox. Thurman has been out of the ring for some time due to injury and just relaxing in his championship glow. It seems like he wants to start earning some money again, so hopefully he looks good so we can all start talking about him fighting Crawford or another top-level fighter. Also on the card, Adam Konaki fights Gerald Washington. To finish out the night in Costa Rica, Hannah Gabriel defends her title against Sarah Dwyer for the women's junior middleweight title. Hola, hola. On January 31st, Aston Palice fights Jose Martinez on UFC's Fight Pass. UFC last month struck a deal with Roy Jones Jr. Promotions to broadcast boxing for the first time on their Fight Pass platform. If you've not had the chance to check out Fight Pass, it's a pretty impressive platform with a lot of MMA fights from the UFC and a lot of other MMA promoters out there. So let's see if the UFC makes moves to do deals with more boxing promoters. No fights on February 1st, so on the February 2nd fight night has Card of the Year dibs so far, wink wink, and the main event has Elider Alvarez rematching Sergey Kovalev. After their last fight, I'm surprised they are rematching, but Kovalev still believes he has something left in the tank. But Alvarez had a pretty decisive knockout in their first fight. Also on the card, Teofimo Lopez takes on Diego Magdaleno. It's no secret that Diego Magdaleno is a friend of Global Sports Streaming, as he is the boxer in our first commercial, so we wish him good luck and we really want to see him win a title. Also on the card, Oscar Valdez defends his WBO featherweight title against Carmine Chimazon, and you know it's a good card when Oscar is not the main event. The fight card is on ESPN and ESPN Plus, and they'll be fighting in Frisco, Texas. In London, DAZN has the Sergio Garcia versus Ted Cheeseman fight, and also on the card, Jake Bell versus Craig Richards and Felix Cash versus Abelaz Rashid.